The Russian military command is actively involving North Korean soldiers in its war against Ukraine. According to Ukraine's Center for Countering Disinformation, these troops are being sent into battle without necessary armored support.
The tactics are as follows. North Korean soldiers are gathered in forested areas and then driven to storm narrow sections of the front simultaneously in multiple directions. Their losses are significant. At the same time, Russian military correspondents avoid reporting on the failures of North Korean units, instead focusing on their supposed successes, while concealing casualties. Andriy Kovalenko, head of the Center for Countering Disinformation at the National Security and Defense Council, on Telegram.
Previously, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announced that Russian forces had integrated North Korean troops into infantry assaults in the Kursk region.
Russian forces are including them in combined units and deploying them in operations in the Kursk region. So far, only there. However, we have information indicating their potential use in other areas of the front. The losses among this group are already noticeable. In essence, Moscow has dragged another state fully into this war. And if this isn't escalation, then what is escalation that so many have been talking about?
According to Ukraine's main Directorate of Intelligence, North Korean military units suffered significant losses on December 14th and 15th. In the areas around the villages of Plokhova, Vorozhba and Martinovka in the Kursk region, at least 30 soldiers were reported killed or wounded, prompting Russian forces to replenish these units with additional personnel.
Now that the first reports have emerged about how they are conducting their offensive operations, it bears a striking resemblance to the tactics described in books by military veterans of the Korean War. Essentially, their approach hasn't changed much in 70 years. However, for Russia and North Korea, this method is entirely acceptable because they place little value on the number of casualties. Their goals are different, capturing a few dozen or at most a few hundred square meters of territory. How many lives are lost in the process is irrelevant to them.
North Korean troops and munitions have also reportedly been deployed by Russian occupiers in the Kharkiv direction.
ISW previously noted that North Korea's ability to learn and integrate lessons from fighting alongside Russia is likely to be significantly degraded if the Russian military command uses North Korean troops in the same highly attritional infantry-led assaults that it uses most Russian personnel, writes the Institute for the Study of War.
The presence of North Korean military units in the conflict zone was first reported by Ukraine's main Directorate of Intelligence on October 23, 2024. Later, on November 5, sources in the Financial Times confirmed initial combat encounters between Ukrainian forces and North Korean soldiers in the Kursk region. In total, various reports estimate that more than 10,000 North Korean soldiers have been deployed to the Kursk region. Reported by Katerina Bastin, Yulia Granovska, UATV News.